All right, let's move along. Let's talk about your Google My Business listing. This is something I debated even adding to the to this module because it kind of goes without saying. Google My Business listing is pretty important, right? So let's just spend a little bit of time on it, and then I'll share a couple caveats on it that I feel about it, and then we can go on to the next video. All right, first of all, what is Google My Business? It's been called so many different things. It's called Google My Business now. It's basically a Google listing. Google My Business is a free and easy to use tool, that's their words, for you to manage your online presence across Google, including search and maps. And it's true, it is easy to use. It's a lot to go with it. It's really not that hard to put together once you know what you need to include in it and some of the things that you shouldn't go on it. But yeah, so it's how you set up your Google listing. It's absolutely essential for local SEO. So if you're a brick and mortar business and you're looking to get local clients or local traffic, uh, you need to have your Google My Business listing just optimized and set up and updated. And you should anyway, and I'll tell you why, even if you're not a local business looking for local traffic. It's really important to set up for a number of reasons. Is Google expecting you to have it? Well, I think so. Well, I know so. In fact, they set it up so you had to have it. Another thing before I move into why I think that is, Google's knowledge graph also pulls in information from verified Google My Business listings. So if you don't have a Google My Business listing, you're just making your job a lot harder. And I know that if you have a client, you've already set up their Google My Business listing. That's one of the first things we all do. Sometimes though, on national campaigns and global campaigns, it's easy to say, well, we're not going for local SEO here, so we don't need a Google My Business listing. And I really think that that's a mistake because does Google expect websites that are national or global to have a listing? Uh, maybe, maybe not. But I do know that it's a good practice to dominate your local SEO rankings, even if you're targeting national or global traffic. And it's not, maybe your intent is national or global, but it's still a good idea to dominate your local rankings. Why? Because it just looks a lot more natural. It doesn't look so contrived and optimized. And I think it really helps to have a solid local SEO rankings, and as far as getting Google to accept you for national rankings, even or statewide rankings or global. It's just a matter of getting it set up, and it makes you look more legitimate. But today, I don't know. This is right here why I didn't even want to mention this. It's because you got to have a setup anyway to monitor your Google reviews, because that's where the reviews for your business or your customer's business or client's business is going to come from Google. I mean, you can still get reviews from Yelp and Facebook, but Google reviews are huge, and it's important to have them because they show up on your rankings, and it's just really good indicator to Google that your site's legitimate. So if you don't have it set up, how are you going to monitor your reviews? And also, there could be an account already set up for you. You just haven't verified it yet. And that's something that you'll need to do. So, does Google expect you to have a Google My Business listing for all campaigns? I would say yes. You got to monitor your reviews. You got to show up in knowledge graphs if you want to show up in knowledge graphs. And you should dominate your local SEO keywords too. Treat your national state campaigns just as a local campaign, and it just spreads out from there. And I'm not saying you can't start out right away from going after national traffic and global traffic. I'm just saying keep in mind that a big business, you should rank in your city, even if you're not trying to get customers from your city, because Google could care less where you're trying to get customers from. They just want to know who you are, what kind of business you are, what kind of business your client is, and who might be interested in your business, and when should they show your listing to those people. And like I said, your intent on what you're going to do and who you want to sell to, and that Google's in Google's mind. What's in Google's mind is the other way around. Who's interested in your site? Who should they send you to? And the more information you give Google about your site, the better, the more informed decision they can make about sending you traffic. So that's why I think that even if you're going after a national campaign, set up your Google My Business account. It's really easy. It's free, so there's really no reason not to do it. A lot of the times, you'll find out, like I said a bit ago, you may already have an account set up that just isn't for your business, that isn't verified yet, and you'll need to verify it because Google only pulls their knowledge graph from verified accounts, and you want to be able to monitor the reviews and respond to them. So it's just a good idea to get it verified, and getting it verified is just a matter of, well, a couple of things you can do. First of all, you can set up your account if you don't have one already. Just go to google.com/business. Also, you could, and there's phone numbers, support phone numbers. Yeah, I remember when Google didn't have phone numbers. 844-491-9665. If you have a listing that you're having a hard time get verified, call them up. They'll take care of you. Also on Twitter, at Google My Business is, you can reach them there, but the phone will work. And a lot of the times you'll just have to verify your address, and that's simple enough. They send you you give them your address, you enter it, then they send you a postcard, and usually a week or two later, you get the postcard. Then they put the code in, you enter it that they give you on the card, and then that verifies your account. So there's no reason not to have a verified account. What should you do to optimize your Google My Business listing? Well, that's more of a local SEO thing. I'm not going to get into it in this course, other than to say name, address, phone number is very important. Make sure that you have that listed properly, and then across all your other directories too. You want to have that, we call it NAP. But even on national campaigns, I set these up for clients if they don't have it set up already, or if they hired us to create a site for them and they're a brand new business or they're a startup. Then what we'll do is we'll create it for them, even if they're not going for local traffic, because it's too powerful of a tool to ignore. It's free, and we want Google to be able to know as much about the business as we can possibly give them, because that'll make it easier for them to rank. So that's Google My Business listing, a link that Google expects you to have. They haven't told me that, but I expect this to be true, and I run my agency as if it's true. So it should work for you too. So that's a short video. I'll see you at the next one.